Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Laurel Park here on Saturday. It is April the 21st, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Laurel, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. I'm gonna look at all the stakes races 6, 7, 8, 9, and the feature 10th race, the Federico Tesio. So let's get on to it. Race number 6 from Laurel. It's first stakes race of the afternoon. It's the 11th running of the Prima Netta Stakes, purse $100,000. It's your fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 3-year-olds and upwards going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Laurel main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, and I show the diagram. Just gives me a second to look down my notes. Just bear with me. Sorry, I'm a moron. I can't do two things at the same time. My top pick in this race, I like the number 9 horse here. The number 9, Chalon. Hopefully I said that right. Pardon me if I didn't. I'm going to go 975 in the tricast or the trifecta. 975 tricast trifecta. Top pick number 9, Chalon. 4-year-old filly by Dialed In. Paco Lopez is on this one, making his first start for Honord Delacour, who trains this one. Pardon me, like I said, if I mispronounce anything wrong. This horse's most recent outing came on the 21st of October at Keeneland. 7 furlongs in the Grade 2 Raven Run. He finished second by a half length that day. Coming in from California, he went straight to lead after breaking on top, and he just got caught in the final 16th of a mile to setting the pace for the first 6.5 furlongs. He ran his heart out. It wasn't a bad second place finish, but he could have run a little bit better if he wanted to win. Before that, 2nd of October, Keeneland, 6 furlongs in the Grade 2 TCA Stakes. Source finished second by 2 1/4 lengths that day. And again, didn't have the best of starts that day. It was second most of the race and just couldn't catch the winner that day. And then the Beverly J. Lewis at Los Al, 6 furlongs, 10 of the 9th. Horse finished third by 1 1/4 lengths that day. Again, was just a little bit wide and just lacked a little good kick at the end. This horse's last victory, you have to go to the Jersey Girl at Belmont. 6 furlongs, June the 11th. This horse won by 6.5 lengths, broke on top and a little bit wide, but still won very nicely at the end. I like this horse here a lot off the layoff. I think she's the fastest here, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 6 from Laurel, it's the 11th running of the Prima Netta. Gonna go with the 9 horse Chalon. Gonna go 975 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Laurel. The 7th race, it's the 17th running of the Dahlia Stakes. Purse $100,000. It's your fillies mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, if you want to go by meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Laurel Turf course. They'll be using the inner portion of the turf course, so the rail's at 0 feet, so just keep that in mind. 1,600 meters, a mile. Top pick in this race, I like the number 4 horse, Hawksmoor. I'm going to go 4-2-1 in the tricast of the trifecta. 4-2-1 tricast trifecta. Top pick number 4, Hawksmoor. 5-year-old mare by Azamor. Julien Leperoux comes in to ride this horse. I'm trying to think the last time Julien Leperoux has ridden at Laurel. I think maybe he came over for like the Commonwealth Derby back in September of last year or the year before. If he did, I think so. But other than that, I don't think he's really ridden at Laurel very often. I think he's live with this horse. This horse is stepping down in major class, I think. But this horse's most recent run came on the 26th of November at Del Mar, 1 mile in the Grade 1 Matriarch. This horse finished second by a length. You don't want to be wide on this turf course, and this horse was wide, just had second most of the race, and couldn't get a good closing kick. Had the lead, but then got overtaken shortly afterwards, but couldn't get that good closing kick. Before that, Keeneland, 1 mile in the First Lady. Horse finished second by 1/2 lengths. Another wide post show, but went straight to the lead and then got caught right before the wire. Disappointing beat. And then the Beverly D. Lewis at Arlington, a mile 3/16, August 12th. Horse finished 7th by 3 1/4 lengths. Stalked early, got the lead, got caught right before the wire. Disappointing meet again. This horse's last victory came here in New York in the New York Stakes, the Grade 2 New York Stakes at Belmont, mile and a quarter inner turf course, June the 9th. Horse won by a length. You want speed on the inner turf course at Belmont. This horse had it on lead all throughout and won by length. A very nice victory. Off the layoff, I think this horse really run well here today. It's a step down in class, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Laurel, it's the 17th running of the Dahlia. Gonna go with the 4 horse Hawksmoor. Gonna go 4-2-1 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Laurel. The 8th race, it's the second running of the Weber City Miss Stakes purse, $125,000. The fillies are 3-year-olds here. Fields of 9 3-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of about 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16th on the Laurel main track. Remember, they'll be using, well, there's actually, no, I keep forgetting, the mile races, they use the alternate finish line. I keep forgetting it's not the mile 16th races, but the mile race, they use the alternate finish line, not this one. But just keep in mind, there is a very short run to the turn of, it looks like 2 yards, really. They're basically starting this race on the turn. So you want an inside post right here. With that being said, I'm picking a horse from the outside. The 8-horse Layla Noor is a top pick. I think she can overcome the post draw because she has a very experienced rider that knows this track, Fergal Lynch. I'm gonna go 8-4-7 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 8-4-7 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 8, Layla Noor, 7-2, 3-0 filly by Midnight Loot. Fergal Lynch on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 2nd of December here in New York at Aqueduct. A mile and 1/8 in the Grade 2 Demoiselle. This horse finished 3rd by 6 3/4 lengths that day. Was last early, but closed up well at the end after a little bit of a wide trip. Wasn't a bad run, but the winner, Wonder Gadot, who ran last week in the Wonder Blossom, just ran a little bit better. Wonder Gadot hasn't won since that race, by the way, so just keep that in mind. She's been close, but she hasn't won. Before that, this horse ran here at Laurel 1 mile on November the 10th in an optional 50 claimer. This horse won by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Didn't have the best of breaks at all. Had traffic trouble, but for this horse to get the victory that day was pretty remarkable. Had a great turn of foot at the end and won nicely. And then a Keeneland on the turf course, mile 16th in a Grade 3 Jessamine. This horse finished 4th by 4 3/4 lengths. Again, didn't break all that well. Had traffic trouble, but had a great turn of foot at the end. I think this horse today, hopefully, could sit a little bit closer. She sits closer. I think she can get the victory. She sat close once in one race. That came at Saratoga in a mile 16th inner turf course, Spain special weight. When she sat closer, she won by 3/4 length after stalking. Great turn of foot at the end and won nicely. So if she sits a little bit closer, tries to save some ground, I think she could get the victory. 7-2. Watch out for her to run a big one. So to recap my bets for today's 8th race from Laurel, if we could ever get my iPad to load. I hate this iPad so much, it's not even funny. To recap my bets for the 8th race from Laurel, it's the second running of the Weber City Miss. Gonna go with the number 8 horse here, Layla Noor. Gonna go 8-4-7 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Laurel. This 9th race, one of my favorite races of the afternoon, I think, because I think it's the money-making race of the afternoon. The 9th race, it's the 18th running of the Henry S. Clark Stakes. Purse $100,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 14 horses here going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Laurel turf course. 1 mile, 1,600 meters, and the rail's at 52 feet, I believe. 1,600 meters, 1 mile, 52 feet, the rail, so it's the outer portion of the turf course. My top pick in this race, I like the number 2 horse, Cupato. Pardon me, like I said, I can't pronounce words. I'm stupid at English, even though I'm doing an English major at the moment. But I write decent, but even that's up for that's up for discussion. But 3-1-4 for me. My top pick number 3, Cupato. Sorry, I can't speak. I get stressed out during these videos. 8-year-old gelding by Equal Stripes. Junior Alvarado's on this one from Thomas Morley. I like this horse quite a bit. Very wide open race. This is, if say this horse doesn't win, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a $40 winner in this one, I must say. But I think this horse, he'll be peaking at the right time, coming back to turf. They've been trying this horse on dirt the last few starts in New Orleans, and he just really wasn't running well. His most recent outing came at the Fairgrounds, mile 16th on a good bit sealed going, optional 80 claimer. He finished 5th by 5.5 lengths. Just had nothing that day, and I mean absolutely nothing. Just, it was like a jog around the race course. Didn't show up. It just wasn't his day to win. Before that, again at the Fairgrounds on the main dirt, mile 16th in Louisiana Stakes. Against Tougher, he finished 6 by 9 3/4 lengths. Again, just didn't show up at all. Wasn't his day to win. And then the Tenacious Stakes at Fairgrounds, mile 70 on the 16th of December. He won by a nose, but it wasn't a very impressive victory. He closed up well, but out of all his victories, I watched all his victories. But this was probably number 6 of 12:06. His best one came in Singapore, I think. But he just really didn't show up. But his two turf races, I think, were a lot better than those that dirt race. It started fourth Fairgrounds, mile 16th, optional lady claimer. He finished third by 5 3/4 lengths. He was a little bit wide during that race, but he didn't weaken out of it. He had a little bit turn of foot. It wasn't a bad run. And then his first start stateside at Keeneland, mile 16th, Lounge race, 71,000. He finished third by 3 1/4 lengths, a little bit wide, but he looked well in the stretch. Coming back to turf today, I think he should run well. Going back to his races overseas. His last race overseas came on the 4th of March of 2017 and made on 2,400 meters, a mile and a half in the Group 2, Dubai City of Gold. The local prep race at made on for the Shahima Classic. This horse finished 8th by 13 3/4 lengths. A very tough quality field of horses. This horse just really weakened out of it down the back straight. It wasn't his day to win. Before that, in Kranji in Singapore, going a mile, he just, in those really tough graded races, really couldn't keep up. But this race is not nearly as tough. I think with a firm turf course here today, I think he'll be on the up and up. Good post draw. Watch out for this horse to upset at 15-1. So to recap my bets for the 9th race from Laurel, it's the 18th running of the Henry S. Clark. Gonna go with the 3 horse. Gonna go 3-1-4 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Laurel Park. The 10th race, it's the featured of the afternoon. It's the 38th running of the Federico Tesio, purse $125,000. It's for 3-year-olds and 3-year-olds here, not 3-year-olds and upwards, just plain 3-year-olds. Restricted. Field of 11 horses going the distance of ground of about, not about, it's exactly 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the Laurel main track. This race used to be run at Pimlico for so many years. When Pimlico got rid of their big 40-day meet and moved to a 12-day meet. I believe 2 years ago now. Might be last year, but I think it was 2 years ago. But when they moved it to a smaller meet, this race was moved to Laurel. It's a good race, the Tesio. I believe many years ago, I believe a horse has won this race to win the Preakness. But it's been a while. This is the kind of race, if you want to find a horse to maybe hit 4th in the Preakness, you could probably get it from this race and get it at nice odds. My top pick in this race, I like the number 2 horse here, Still Having Fun. I'm gonna go 2-6-4 in the tricast of the trifecta. 2-6-4 tricast trifecta. Top pick number 2, Still Having Fun. 5-2, 3-year-old colt by Old Fashioned. Sheldon Russell's on this one. This horse's most recent outing came about 5 weeks ago now, the 17th of March here at Laurel, mile and 1/16 in the private term stakes. This horse finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths, and didn't have the best of starts that day, and that's the reason this horse lost. Just was chasing most of the race as a favorite and just really couldn't keep up. Before that, another race here at Laurel in the Miracle Wood, 1 mile, February the 17th. Horse won by neck. Again, a horrible start that day, but he recovered very quickly that day. Had a great turn of foot at the end, and he just got there. Very nice victory. Biggest question with him today is he going to break on top? Out of all his starts, he's only broken on top once, or broken decent once. That came in the Frank Whiteley Stakes here at Laurel, 7 furlongs on the 27th of January, where this horse won by 4.5 lengths, closed up well and opened up by a bunch. Very easy victory. Other than that race, this horse is broken completely shit. But I think here going a mile and 1/8, which you have a little bit more time going into the turn, I think if he does break crap, let's say, I think he has more time to recover, and I do think he should run well. I think the distance is really up this horse's alley today. Good post draw. He's been training well. If he breaks well, he might win by a dozen. So watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Laurel, it's the 38th running of the Federico Tesio. Gonna go with the 2 horse, Still Having Fun. Gonna go 2-6-4 in the tricast of the trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.